Pebbles? Or what's up?
Wilma.
What's up?
No, it's Pebbles. Pebbles has the top knot.
Wilma! I never jip the listener.
Do I?
I never jip the listener. Hello, Obble Cakes, Nicole. Hey, Jamie, Alabama.
Is that you?
I'm having some serious issues right now. Hello, Heather. Hello, Veronica.
Are we at a different angle? Because my bare bosoms are on display.
Bare bottom.
I
Hello.
had a bra on and I took it off because I'm sick and I didn't feel like wearing it.
Hello, Elizabeth.
I'm very self-conscious now.
Becky. Hello, Julie's Overalls. Hello, Linda Harris. Christy. My homegirl, my tattooed homegirl. Hello, Christy Kincaid Norris. Hello, Renda. Hello, Danielle, Terry, Tiffany, Cindy. Hello, Yami. Hello, Shanna. This is pretty good. Hey, Molly, long time no see. This is pretty good. I can see from this far away. Hello, Justin. Hello, Elizabeth Estrada. Everybody filing in. What? How did I lie? What did I say? Hello, Terry Mabe. Hello, Danielle. Everybody filing in, taking their seats very quietly in a single file manner. We appreciate that very much for the safety of all viewers. Hello, Kitten Drax. Christy, it's Firefly. I like Firefly. Deep Eddies makes a Deep Eddies makes a sweet tea vodka, but the original that I've always drunk is Firefly, and I recently discovered they have a sugar-free. It's called Firefly Skinny, and I'll tell you what, it will catch up with you. Because you'll just start drinking it. You're like, wow, there's nothing in this. I can't taste anything. And then before you know it, you've got a group of people packing you in a sedan into the driver or into the passenger seat with your head in your lap. As Kellie Rasberry Evans is at the wheel.
What are you talking about?
Hello, Shanna.
Oh, when you were at your barbecue party.
Hello, Faith. Hello, Deanna. All right, guys.
Thank y'all for giving up The Bachelorette for us.
I'm
Anybody
so
watching?
defeated by that show.
I turned it on just because it was starting tonight.
Hello, Brenda Fink.
I don't know if I'm into it or not, though. Kind of, I don't know.
All I know is that dude that rolled on there and she said, "You look like my ex-boyfriend." He looked like he was 12. If he shaved, he looked like he was 8. Yeah. He looked Dylan's age.
You're saying that because the older you get, the younger they look.
Why do you have to blow my candle out to make theirs burn
I'm just
brighter?
saying that's what happens.
Why do you
it's
have
like
to
when you get on the plane one day and you realize the pilot's younger than you are.
Well, why do you have to blow?
Always like that.
Why do you got to blow out my candle?
I'm just saying because you're being rude.
Rude. Hello, Bonnie Bullington. All right, guys.
Ready?
Hello, Cindy. Oh, gosh, Cindy, I read your message and I thought it said, now there's a good-looking man right there. That's not what it says. It says there's some good-looking men on there.
Oh, on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Hello, Andrew. Andrew is in. Everybody, welcome Andrew to the chat room. He is in possession. He and his lovely wife are in possession of the flesh-colored Speedo.
Oh.
It is currently being embroidered by Andrew and his lovely wife's company.
Wow.
So they are the official sponsor of the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' flesh-colored Speedo.
You can give the business a plug, or is she doing it like at home?
Andrew, you got to give me your business because I forgot the name of the name. But that embroidery business is embroidering the flesh-colored Speedo.
That's cool.
Yes.
Our embroidery is very big, especially in the southern states.
Our listeners help out.
What bag?
Need a microphone, babe.
I feel like I should suck a lozenge
Whoa!
right now, but I'm going
Oh.
to try to get through without doing it because I know it sounds bad.
Oh, it sounds horrible.
I know.
It sounds absolutely
I
horrible.
know. I'm going to try to get through without it.
Yeah. You're going to play hurt like
I
Michael
almost
Jordan.
feel like having another cup of coffee, but I'm afraid if I
Whoa.
do, I'll be up
Oh.
all night.
And then you'll be real bushed on the nationally syndicated
Well, I
Kid
went to
Cudi
bed
morning show.
early last night.
Man, how did my mic get so jacked up?
Alan, I don't know, but you're going to knock over that drink. Okay.
This is whack.
It's your
All right.
setup, babe.
Pulling threads. Andrew's business is pulling threads.
Is it online? Is it local?
It's not local.
But is it local to where they live? Is it a local mom and pop? Is it an online business?
I believe.
These are things you need to know.
I am unsure.
We'll get the details.
I do not have that information. Give me a little something.
Testing 1, 2, test.
Remember there was a singer on Enya? Is it Enya or Anya?
Enya.
Anya? On your knees, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Anya? On your knees, please pick up the red courtesy phone. On your knees.
I went to school with an Anya Brodigam.
Good thing her
Anya
last name wasn't
Brodigam.
Knees.
I think that was how you pronounced it. She was German. Is that German? I think she was German.
Anya?
Anya Brodigam.
Anya? Anya? All fours, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Anya? All fours, please pick up the red courtesy phone.
All right.
Anya? All fours.
Okay.
That's a double header tonight, guys. Double header. Lewd. Okay, ready?
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans. This is my husband, my co-host partner, Alan Evans.
Hey, train in the house.
And one of us is performing a little on the sick side.
Wow. This does not happen often,
Does
guys.
not happen often.
Kellie is solid.
And I'm not one to complain. I'm really not, right?
Well.
I kind of plow through.
Well.
This time's been a little different.
Well.
I don't get sick a lot.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, you were having
I
issues.
was having a lot of issues. I'm on the
Respiratory
I was
issues.
having a lot of respiratory. This is not COVID. Nobody. I'm having a
Kellie.
bad cold.
Kellie,
It's a cold and allergy and all this
it only
stuff.
took us 9 months.
It's not COVID. But yeah, it's just one of those things where everything is closed up and congested and, just going a little crazy, the change of the weather. And I don't get sick a lot. So I've been enjoying it in a way. Like it's my excuse to lie around and take naps and just be lethargic. I don't like feeling that way, but I kind of like sitting on my butt for a day or two.
You've been busting a lot of Advil cold and sinus. Hashtag
Yeah.
not an ad. You've been busting what else?
This
the nasal spray.
You had some nasal spray.
Oh,
It
babe,
was
that clears me up.
Alan, did you see how much I squirted up my nose last night? And I still couldn't get my nose to open. It was just sealed shut almost.
Ooh.
And I was in bed before 9 o'clock. I was just like, I'm done. I want to go to bed. And, I was kind of a restless night's sleep. It's one of those things where every time you lay on the one side of your head, the nose drains. And so the side closest to the pillow gets stuffed up and the other side's open.
That's so annoying.
It is annoying. That happened to me
and
all
then,
night.
And then when it gets clear, then you flip over and then it goes the other
slowly
way.
drains. What
But
is that?
Isn't it a really nice feeling though for that like 30 seconds
When it
where it's
pop, pop,
draining?
pop,
It goes
pops
pop,
open.
pop, pop, and then for just about 30 seconds, you can
Brief
breathe.
window.
You can breathe through both nostrils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been avoiding kissing my husband on the mouth.
Whoa.
I've been kind of doing the kiss, airy
Which
kiss
makes me feel about 15 years older.
Babe, do you want me to kiss you on the mouth and maybe you get sick?
It makes me feel 15 years older, or it makes me feel French. Good eye, mate.
There's nothing wrong with a little French up in here.
French fries.
French men, French accents,
French wine.
Yeah. I've been craving wine too. It's crazy. I told Alan I was sick the other night. I said, I just remember a hot bath and I want to put some bubbles in it. And when I drink a glass of wine, I just felt like that would make me feel better, but I didn't do it.
I like watching Kellie get in the bath.
We
have this.
It's ridiculous.
It is so tall, and it's the first step you have to make is really wide.
Into the tub.
It's almost like we need a little bridge.
Yeah, we need a step.
To get into the egg, it's really tough.
So I'm 5'9". I used to be 5'9.5".
Done.
Somebody told me if I would do Pilates and stretching, I might be able to get that half inch back. I don't know. So last night, Alan's grooming himself at his sink, which is directly
Grooming
behind.
myself.
Yeah, you were doing something to yourself.
Oh, I was picking ear hair.
Yeah. And and I was having to get in the bathtub, and I just have to hike my leg up and go for it. And he just thought that was the funniest thing he'd ever seen, which every woman loves being laughed at when she's getting into the bathroom naked. Getting in the bathtub naked. You want to hear your husband laughing behind your back.
You had the shower cap on, though.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
You
Don't try to make it better now.
But you had your hair up.
Laughed at me.
You had Wilma hair.
Because my white ass was basically spread wide open because I had to hike one leg up over the side of the tub to get into it. The people who built this house
for giants
and built a lot of houses are built by men because they don't think of crap like this. They don't put the light switches in the right place. Upstairs in our boys' bathroom, you have to shut the bathroom door in order to open the closet door. They slam into each other. What man designed that? The outlets are in the wrong place. There's not outlets where they need to be. And that bathtub is stupid. You have to hike your leg up to get in it. And it's going to end in a disaster. I'm going to make a premonition right now. Somebody's going to have an accident getting in and out of that tub. And I have a feeling it's going to be me. Because I'm the prone one to falling.
So speaking of,
prone to falling. I'm sick.
We haven't told that story. We'll tell that one too. But so you basically just threw builders, construction workers, carpenters, architects. You just threw them all on Front Street.
I didn't do the carpenters and architects. It's the person who built the house, the person who
the
designed
architect.
it. And well, then there you go.
So why are all architects?
We need more female architects. Is my point.
Maybe we do. Maybe it was a female.
It was not. I guarantee it. Because the doors would not be opening like that in the upstairs bathroom, where you have to shut the bathroom door in order to open the closet door.
What did you just say? I guarantee it.
Guarantee it. It was not a woman that designed this house. I know it. The way the light switches are, the way the bathtub was designed. No. Seriously.
Okay. Well,
that's the only reason I would ever want to build a house from scratch. So I could put little X's everywhere I want a light plug to go and a light switch, an outlet or whatever.
Did it once in my life. That was one too many times.
I know.
I am so out on that process, that whole experience. You can count me out. Never going to happen again. It's certainly not going to happen between you and me. We will not jeopardize our marriage like that.
Well, okay. I guess you told me.
That is the biggest whooping I can think of. Building a house.
Well, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It is.
People I know who've built pools, they say this is almost as bad as building a house.
Well, they always say don't ever put in a pool, buy a house that already has the pool. That's what they say.
That's what we did.
That's what we did. Yeah, we didn't want to build one.
Well, you can't build one now anyway.
I know.
Price of wood's through the roof. It's like 3 times what it was about 6 months ago.
Alan and I were listening. We were at a ball game the other night, and this realtor, realtors like to let everybody know they're realtors. So they talk loud about what they're selling and doing and realting. Is that a word?
Sure.
Realtoring.
Yeah, sure.
And she was talking about how one of her clients, was it $600,000, honey? Or was it $700,000?
I think it was 7.
700.
It was 7, yeah.
Her client has $700,000 to spend to build a house, and she cannot find anyone to build it for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to hear that whole.
Where were we?
We were at Dylan's baseball game.
Baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how you get your business out there. Realtors are go-getters, man.
Why are we throwing shade on her? I mean,
I'm just saying that's why we knew it.
We get on here and bloviate and pontificate and beat our gums about a number of things.
Well, we don't do it at a baseball game.
True.
I'm just saying, but realtors, they're go-getters, and because somebody maybe was thinking, hey, I need a realtor.
Hey, and
turn around,
Speaking of said baseball game, Kellie was so into this game.
Oh, some other parents were laughing at me.
Yeah, and it was Dylan's, our 8-year-old, his last game. Well, it was a playoff game. It turned out to be their last game because they lost. But Dylan was all over the place.
He's a rock star. The scouts should already be scouting this kid out.
He had a home run.
It's incredible.
He had a play. He was playing short, but he fielded the ball across his body with his left hand over by third base, and he guns the guy down at first.
He's so good.
He's
so fast.
He dove and tagged the guy at second. He was playing first for a little while. He picked up a really hard ground ball and just ran over there and tagged the base. I mean, It's incredible watching that
I
kid.
know.
He does stuff, and you're like, he's only 8. How did he do that? And here I am, like, kind of bragging, proud dad, But I am. He's a really
so good.
He's a really good athlete.
He is good,
and an even better kid.
Yeah, and Cole's great too.
Cole's great. Cole's a
awesome.
Great ball player.
He's a great pitcher. But everybody, it was just so fun because we were getting creamed. The other team was just creaming us. So when we started to have a little rally, I get really involved in sports and in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And you either like that about me or you don't, because I don't go out of my way to watch any sports.
I think it's great at sports. Sorry to interrupt. When you do it at sports, I think it's awesome.
Oh man, I get up and I get into it if I'm going to watch, but I'm not going to schedule my day around it. But Alan and I we had to get our toenails done. My toenails were a wreck. And the women's college World Series thing was on. Softball. Yeah. That was so fun.
It's
and I was getting
so
into it. Yeah. But I get real involved.
Kellie
and in
does.
Movies. Alan hates it.
Now the movies whips me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be grabbed. I don't want to be asked any questions like, what do you think's going to happen now? I don't want anybody getting on their phone and Googling what happens at the end of this movie.
That happens. I get really upset. I have to know that it's a happy ending.
I don't want anybody sticking a mitt in my popcorn. I don't want anybody telling me.
We learned that on our first movie.
I don't want anybody telling me my popcorn's too salty or too buttery.
Y'all, he's the worst.
I don't want any of that. I just want to sit there on my big brown ass and watch the movie.
It was like our first fight was over popcorn at the movie.
It was.
It truly was. He ordered a jumbo popcorn. And I just assumed we would be splitting it because we'd get a big jumbo drink and split that. But no, that was Alan's popcorn. And how dare I ask to layer the butter? And he just takes one of those extra containers of salt. And as he eats through the popcorn, he just adds more and more salt all the way down. Mm-hmm. It's so gross. And
order your own.
Yeah, that's what I got. Order your own. This is mine.
Yeah. It's not a hard.
I couldn't believe he was serious.
It's not a hard problem to solve. Order your own. I'll have mine. You have yours. And see, the longer we're married, the more this becomes like.
Oh, I don't even ask you anymore. I get my own.
Hey, I don't want to be in that room. You sleep in there. I sleep in there. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm fine with that too.
The other day, I was upstairs. I think we were talking on the last podcast. We were both feeling really bad. So I went upstairs in the boys' room because it's so quiet up there.
And dark.
And Dylan has a really soft bed. I mean, it's comfortable. So I go up there. Zoe follows me over there. I take a 3-hour nap. And then after I get up, I'm walking past our guest room and Kellie's in there. She's in there sleeping with
so dark.
She's in there sleeping with Larry. And I'm like, what are you doing in the room right next to me?
Because I have to go in it's the bed that's lowest to the ground. And if Larry jumps off, I don't want him to jump from something really high, because when George, my last dog, did that, he ended up really messing up his knee and having to have extensive surgery. So whenever I take a nap, I try to sleep as close to the ground as possible.
Yeah.
Because Larry likes to sleep with me.
I just thought it amusing that we were both sleeping upstairs. We were the only ones home.
Yeah.
And you were in the room next to me.
Hey, it works for us.
It works for us.
But you know what? What else works for us?
What's that, babe?
I don't know how to transition.
Great
to this.
segue, babe. Great segue.
Therapy.
Yeah, it does.
Therapy works for us.
Sometimes.
Alan and I we've been very open about it, and there's times in your life that you just feel overwhelmed, you're frustrated, you're sad, you can't even really put your finger on why. It's so important to have a therapist to talk to. But sometimes, especially I know a lot of our listeners are in small towns, and maybe there's just literally one therapist in town, if any. You might have to travel to a neighboring big city to see a therapist. And what if that small town therapist doesn't deal with your issue? It's really hard, especially in smaller towns, because everybody knows everybody. Well, let me tell you, if you are looking for someone to talk to, we want to tell you about BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. It's all online. It's safe. It's private. Whatever you share online is completely confidential, just like if you were sitting in an office with a therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. And this is not a crisis line. It is not self-help. This is professional counseling done securely online. And you can send a message to your counselor anytime, and you'll get thoughtful and timely responses. you could also schedule a weekly video or phone session. So you know you're accountable for that session and you don't have to jump in your car, drive across town, try to squeeze in an appointment. You do it when it's convenient for you because it's all online. And like I said, their professionals will be matched to what you need. So whether you're dealing with depression or stress, maybe you have family conflicts, maybe you and your husband started sleeping in separate beds. No, not well. Maybe that is one of your reasons. I don't know. BetterHelp's therapist can match you with anything that you need. It's affordable too. It's cheaper than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available.
And Kelly and I want you to start living a happier life today. So as one of our listeners, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, guys, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich. Love BetterHelp.
We do. All right. So what were we going to talk about next, babe?
You got anything?
Oh, I thought you said you had.
Well,
why do you say that? I told you I have things.
I got some stuff.
But I was like, if you have stuff,
okay.
I don't want to blow my stuff.
Okay, well, I'll blow mine then.
Okay.
So I think we've told stories over the years. We've been doing this ridiculous thing for 4 years now. We've told stories.
Yeah, this month is 4 years.
This month is 4 years. I got a lot of people sending me the congratulations on LinkedIn because they see that I have been a what do I call myself? A co-host and brand ambassador on LinkedIn of A Sandwich and Some Lovin.
That must be why I'm getting another wave, because I got a bunch on my May 31st. My May 31st anniversary of the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
National Syndicated.
And please forgive me if I don't respond to those. Congrats on your anniversary. Congrats on your anniversary. Congrats on your anniversary. Congrats on your, because it's just like, there's a button you can press. It's about as much effort as it takes.
Yeah.
So I got about a bazillion of those.
Well, I usually send a personalized message.
You do?
That's just me.
That's just you.
So anyway, we've been doing this thing for 4 years, and we've told stories of Kelly falling.
I fall a lot. I didn't realize how much I fall until I married you.
First time Kelly fell, I think we were in Mexico.
Well, that's with you. I look back over my lifetime.
I'm just talking about just with me.
Yeah.
So just a quick review. One time, either in Mexico or the Dominican Republic. We're in a hotel room. We flood the room.
Feels bad.
Kelly runs out.
And those marble floors.
Yeah, Kelly runs out butt naked on wet marble floors.
Trying to grab some towels.
Sounds like a steak hitting a wet cement. I
could have died.
Yeah.
My head narrowly missed a marble step. If I would have hit that step, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be doing this podcast.
No, I wouldn't. Another time I am trying to escort Kelly back to the hotel room. This is another hotel. She had tried to MC a New Year's Eve event, and she fell out of the elevator, had her arm around me and pulled me down.
Yeah.
That was one. You also fell at a mall.
Yeah.
The Galleria Mall?
I've never said that on the any broadcast.
I don't know
platform.
what mall it is. It was either.
It could have been a mall. It could have been a different mall.
It could have been North Park Mall.
But I've never said what mall it was.
Okay. Well, anyway.
But there was water on the floor that you could not see based upon the color of the marble and the color of the rain that apparently had leaked from the roof several floors up. And when I fell, it was captured on security camera. And I said, I'm not a litigious person. I'm really not. And I don't.
But my husband is. You should have said that.
I said, but it would be quite funny. I was trying to think of the show. I said, if we could get that footage and show it on the Kid Craddock TV, we have Kid TV. And I was told, no, that would not be possible. And then they sent me a roll of paper towels and a pair of, I wonder if I can't remember, a roll of paper towels, and they sent me a gift certificate to get a pedicure. And I'm sure they thought that was really funny, but I didn't think that was very funny because I could have really been hurt.
No, you could.
It was bad. And in fact, I was so embarrassed. I was standing there trying to block it because there's a lot of old ladies walking around. I said, if an old lady had done this,
they're going to break a hip.
Somebody could be killed. And their solution was just, send me a roll of paper towels and a gift card for a pedicure.
Because this was in public.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was that time.
Okay, so there's that time.
There's New York City and
And
the
then
9/11 memorial.
The most celebrated of all is if you go to our
Oh.
YouTube channel at a sandwich, or no, go to youtube.com/a sandwich and some lovin'.
Yeah.
You can look for my recreation of Kellie's fall in New York City. We're walking up
Pretty
to
funny.
the
9/11.
9/11 memorial.
Yeah, not a good place to have this happen.
It's about -3 degrees outside.
It was truly the coldest it had been in New York. We were there right before New Year's Eve, and it was 0 degrees.
Yeah.
And they said it was the coldest New Year's Eve they've had like in 100 years.
Right. And
It was so unbelievably cold.
I'm dressed like Nanook of the North,
Mhm.
and you have a big jacket on, and
Layered.
a hat and everything, and
My hands in my pockets.
yeah, there's a sign that says "Watch your step," and I looked at the sign. I said, "Hey, babe, watch your," and I hear a trip, boom. It was like a 2-part fall. She went to her knees and then went to her face, and then the 1,000 people at the 9/11 memorial saw this buffoonery and go, "Whoa, ah!" It was that big.
Oh, I've got so many more incidents before I met Alan. There's no need to go into all of them.
Yeah,
I fell down the stairs at Florence Christian School. My
Oh,
skirt went
nice.
up over my head. Principal's at the bottom of the stairs and my heel broke. That was one time.
yeah.
I was a cheerleader at Florence Christian School. Again, we're running out
Were you
onto
on
the
the top?
court. What?
Of the star, were you at the very top?
No, honey. I was always the base. But we're running out onto the court. Again, a wet floor, and my feet go out from under me, and I land in front of the cheering crowd at the homecoming game. That's another incident.
Uh-huh. So-
there's multiple.
So to summarize,
I'm always falling.
this buffoonery, you fall a lot.
I felt a lot. And I never really thought I did
Yeah.
until
Well, we're just
it's
walking
just
the dogs
crazy.
the other day, and I'm walking Zoe, and Kellie has Larry, and we're just walking. I mean, we're not doing anything.
I know.
We're not running. We're not even power
I
walking.
know.
We're just walking, and Kellie's right behind me on the sidewalk, and I hear that dreaded foot that hits something sound. It picks up that sound that everybody knows, and I hear a oh, and I look back, and Kellie is doing the bit where both your arms are windmilling, and she let go of the leash, and both her arms are windmilling, and she's kind of running to not fall down because her head is way out in front of her body.
And my big head throwing my body balance off.
I'm like, babe, what happened? And then Kellie said, "Oh, I think I hurt my back."
Yeah, because I jarred it. I didn't fall. I did not fall.
It was a half fall.
I caught myself. This is a new turn. This is the tide is turning. The winds of change are here. And I managed to catch myself, but I jarred my back really bad. Just that whole thump,
Yeah.
trying to catch myself.
But it was the
But the
why
amount
did
of-
you say that?
The amount of sympathy I get from you is what's just so incredible.
What do you mean?
You're showing me more sympathy now than you showed me in that moment.
No, I just turned around and
It's
I
like,
said,
what are you doing?
I just said, what happened?
What happened? What are you doing?
I
Here we go again. You're always falling. All I hear is boom, boom, boom. Whoa. This is what I get. That's the sympathy I get.
Come on.
It's true.
I'm being
It's 100
I am.
You just told the story.
I know, but I didn't turn around and they can't see you now, but I didn't wrinkle up my nose and go, "What are you doing?" I didn't do that. I went, "What
Who do y'all
happened?"
believe?
I went, "What
Who
happened?"
do y'all believe?
Oh my gosh.
And I had to hear it for the rest of the walk. He had to keep recreating it.
Now that I did do.
Thump, 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 thump. Whoa, whoa.
Just look back and just imagine Kellie. Both her arms. It's like a cartoon character.
See?
They were
Sympathy.
windmilling.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to fall again. And
No,
it's going to be
don't.
Zoe's fault.
I don't want you to fall.
Zoe, when my best friend since 5th grade,
Zoe tripped Tommy Jean.
tripped Tommy Jean.
She fell to the ground.
I was
I
horrified.
was mortified.
I was thankful she was going upstairs and she was on the last step, but Zoe is the worst. She's good, and she loves to nip at your feet. Is that a Schnauzer trait that we're not, or is it a Zoe trait? Because every time you walk, she nips at your feet, going upstairs, down the stairs. It's a disaster waiting to happen.
Could be.
I'm glad that Zoe was surrendered by an elderly woman who was afraid she was going to fall.
Partly for that reason, yeah. But fortunately, Tommy Jean at the top of our
Oh,
stairs.
thank God she landed on the carpet.
It's carpet and it's real soft. but still, she
So
fell. She
awful.
fell to the ground.
Thank God it, like I said, thank God it was the last step going up and not coming down.
Have I fallen since?
Have you
fell.
fallen?
Well, I fell with Cole. And
Yeah, I didn't see that.
you
though.
didn't see that fall. I was riding. We were riding our bikes, and we were riding really slow so Zoe could come with us. But now I'm trying to ride a bike with the dog and a leash, and we were pulling around our park that we walk at, where there's a big pavilion, and there were a bunch of people. And we're pulling around the pavilion. There's a whole bunch of people over there. And Zoe decides to cut right in front of the bike, at which point I let go of the leash because I don't want to run over her. Yeah. And then I had to let go of the bike. So I did the bit where I laid the bike down, went over the handlebars, but then I did a roll where I
tuck and roll.
I did a tuck and roll and then popped right back up on my feet.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And then
that's how most people break their wrists falling. You're supposed to tuck and roll when you fall.
I did a tuck and roll, jumped back up on my feet. The bike is sliding. Zoe's running. I think Cole was actually scared. He was like, "Daddy, are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, buddy. No problem here.
Did he proceed to make fun of you for the rest of the bike ride?
Well, after a period of time passed, he's like, "Daddy, remember that time you fell and you were like real dramatic?" And I'm like, "What? I wasn't dramatic." He's like, "Yeah, you fell real dramatic. You rolled. Remember you rolled?" And I'm like, "Well, bud, when you fall, you don't want to fall like Kellie, where you go face first and then slide.
Oh, okay.
You want to roll."
Using me as an example to the kids. That's good. That's good. Well, I'm here to tell the tale. That's all that really matters.
Should I do a little more of this, or you want to do some of that?
I don't know. Why don't you point at something else for me to do? Why don't you do some more of this, and then I'll do that?
I can. Or do some of that, then I'll do this.
Oh, my God. You're so aggravating. All right, listen. If Alan doesn't straighten up, his Father's Day gift could be affected.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding. I do. I love to put thought into Father's Day gifts, birthday gifts. That's my thing. I really enjoy doing that. And sometimes it's really hard when you're shopping for dad, because if your dad's anything like our dad's, it's kind of hard. Your dad's of the mindset, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
When it comes to clothing, tell everybody about your dad's clothing options.
Well, my dad likes things a certain way. He likes to not make a lot of choices in the matter.
That's
Just
right.
Keep it simple. And, he doesn't want to have to think about it too much.
Right. He loves a black T-shirt.
Oh, he'll wear a black T-shirt.
And he loves a pair of jeans and a pair of jorts.
Yep.
And that's his uniform. And it usually gets him anywhere, but, we understand that dads sometimes, a lot of times, choose function over fashion. But come on, you can have both, especially if you shop for dad from Cuts Clothing. They make the perfect Father's Day gifts with premium essentials, as comfortable as they are stylish. So, dads compromise a lot when it comes to a whole lot of other stuff, right? Dads sometimes get the short end of the stick. So let's celebrate dad. Let's help him get the upgrade for his wardrobe that he deserves. This Father's Day, give him Cuts Clothing, giving him pieces that use comfortable, high-performance fabrics and not compromising on the timeless style. I remember when Alan opened his box of Cuts.
Oh, love my stuff.
Yes, these are the most comfortable, buttery soft tees. It's the Pika Pro Tri-Blend tees. They have cozy Hyperloop French terry fabric hoodies. Cuts just elevates those clothing staples with cutting-edge fabric technology. In fact,
I got me a T-shirt, I've got a polo shirt, and I've got a lightweight hoodie.
Yes,
love them.
You got literally like the cream of the crop.
Yes, I do.
In fact, the Cuts T-shirt, they call it the Tesla of T-shirts. If that gives you
I've
any
got
idea.
the Tesla T-shirts, guys.
Yeah, you'll have a hard time getting dad to take off his Cuts clothing, and you have to resist the urge to ask to borrow them. Each piece designed to be versatile, a minimalistic look, great for any occasion. GQ magazine calls Cuts classic Pika easy for me to say, Pika Pro Tri-Blend tee the only shirt worth wearing. It's time that your man and your dad finds out why.
So this Father's Day, give dad the gift of something that he'll both feel good in and look great in anytime with Cuts Clothing. And you'll get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/sandwich. That's cutsclothing.com/sandwich for 15% off, the only shirt worth wearing.
We'll have to get Dad's in black because that's his favorite.
He
But
likes
it's going to be the best T-shirt in his wardrobe.
As do I. Makes things more simple.
It does.
Okay, babe. I thought you're on a hot streak because last podcast we did Kellie Claps Back.
Mm-hmm.
We had two. Yeah, we had 2 submissions. It was a powerful week for you. Well, just on the last day, we've had another come in. And if you're unfamiliar with this bit, I'll condense it just really fast. I have an unfounded, undeserved reputation on this podcast for giving Kellie a hard time. I get misrepresented all the time. Rewind 5 minutes ago. I get misrepresented.
I was retelling the story exactly as you told it. How could that be a misrepresentation?
It's fake news. I get misrepresented.
Everybody knows. Y'all all know the truth.
So what I receive in my DMs or on social media or an email, phone calls, text messages is something like, I've been listening to Kellie for 150 years, okay? Since her and kid were on the Eagle.
Not on the Eagle. I was not on the Eagle.
Well, they were when I listened.
Well, kid was. Kellie wasn't.
And then you came along. You just poisoned my sweet Kellie. You dirty man with all those tattoos. Can't believe it.
I thought this was going to be the condensed version.
And I say thank you. I appreciate that feedback. I take all feedback very seriously.
And not personally at all.
And I will do better. I will be a better human being. But if you heard the things that Kellie says to me when we're not on this podcast, dear, good, strong listener, you would be horrified.
Horrified?
You would be mortified.
Mortified?
And therein lies this bit. It's called Kellie Claps Back. We have a submission this week. This is a strong one. This happened on a walk.
Was it right after I almost fell?
I don't think it was the same walk. No, it wasn't the same walk.
Alan and I have been walking a lot.
Oh, we walk a lot.
I didn't walk the past couple of days because I haven't felt well. But I'm going to be back out there walking because I got to get into a bathing suit on that family vacation, y'all.
So I'm sure, good listener, you've been walking maybe with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your spouse at some point. And this happens a lot to couples. You may just be at the mall. We happen to be out walking. Maybe you're at the state fair. You're anywhere. And somebody very, very attractive walks by. Okay? There's a couple of things you can do in this situation.
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember what I said, but I know who you're talking about.
You can, if this were me, okay, and say somebody walks by and she looks like Kathy freaking Ireland.
How could you not comment?
Back in the day.
How could you not comment?
I would look at my dear wife and change the subject. I would tell her how beautiful she looks today.
Uh-huh.
I would do a number of things.
Uh-huh.
But what I probably wouldn't do is look over at Kathy Ireland and go, look at the tits on her.
But, out of all the examples of beautiful women, you picked Kathy Ireland.
It's the only one I could think of.
Sports Illustrated 1980 something, maybe.
Well,
She's a beautiful woman.
When I was in my 20s, that was the stuff, okay?
All right.
Spent a lot of time perusing the pages of that one.
Well, I know who he's talking about. There's this man.
Hold on. I'm telling the story. I'm telling this story.
Okay.
So Kellie and I are walking, and we've seen this gentleman before. The first time we saw him, he was running.
Like nothing you've ever seen
and
before.
He was shirtless. And he had on wind shorts, these really high-tech looking socks. He had on music, but he was carrying like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
He didn't have it in his ear. So he was running with a small Bluetooth speaker.
But he was running like he didn't bounce.
Right.
It was like he was just gliding. Right. And he was so fast.
If you've ever watched the
Olympics racing.
the marathoners, the guys that do it in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
He was running
at that speed.
That speed.
So smooth.
And his head wasn't moving. It was just like he was just walking on air almost.
Seriously, and he runs on his toes, I noticed.
Yeah.
And I was asking Alan, I said, do you think he's an athlete? Do you think he's like a track star? Is he a football? Who is he?
So this was about a month ago. And I was like, yeah, wow, he must be really fit because he's running really fast,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hear this? Okay, so fast forward to about 3 days ago, we see the same guy. And I know that Kelly's going to start, she's going to start drooling. She's going to start leaving a snail trail behind us.
A snail trail? That's disgusting, Alan.
So
that's disgusting. So take that back.
Okay, I take it back. So here comes the guy.
He was walking. He must have been resting.
And no, he was
walking the first time past us.
Okay, but then we saw him the second time and he was running. And this guy, he looks like Darren Woodson. Okay. I mean, he looks like he's carved out of granite. He's got a 6-pack on a 6-pack. He looks like he used to play in the NFL. And
maybe still does. I don't know.
And Kelly's just going crazy. And I'm like,
I was just looking. I was like,
yeah, okay.
Gosh, look at his abs.
And I'm keeping it.
It's like,
look at his. Let's look at his body now, and let's start calling out all the body parts.
I mean, it wasn't like hitting on him. I was just like, that's a fine specimen.
I understand. I totally understand because I've seen lots of fine specimens, and I usually ignore it. Ooh. So he goes running by.
Yeah, a few minutes later,
and Kelly just goes, "Babe," I mean, and she's just. Can you believe that guy? Look at that guy. Can you believe how he just cuts the wind? Just, cuts that wind.
Cutting through the wind.
Cutting the wind through as he runs. And I am so defeated at this point. I'm like, all right, babe. Yeah, okay. Well, nobody ever tells me that I cut the wind. Kelly, oh, you cut wind, all right.
And
so
how was that a Kelly claps back?
So instead
of just like discussing facts.
So instead of building me up,
he runs like he is just slicing through the air
to this man's level. You made a fart joke.
It wasn't a joke. That was fact.
See how she does, guys? This is why this is called Kelly claps back. See how she does?
How many times on average do you cut through the wind when we're on our walks?
Like him?
Like you.
What do you mean?
How many times would you say?
Do I look like him or do I actually cut wind?
Did you actually cut wind? And blame it on, what does it usually say?
Oh, the East Texas barking spider?
Yeah. Oh, another East Texas barking spider. That's what he says on almost every walk. Oh.
It's pretty.
An East Texas barking spider.
You know what's disgusting is we're outside and you can somehow
Well, I hear it.
Oh, you hear it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's why you call it a barking spider.
Busted.
Yeah. That's my husband.
All right.
But I think you're very handsome. And if I didn't know you and you happen to be jogging by me, I'd be like, ooh.
Oh, right.
Look at him.
Right. Sure you would.
And then as you walk by, ooh, East Texas barking spider.
My whole bit running by in my Ed Hardy shirt. With my black socks pulled up. Kelly's making fun of me now because I pulled my black socks up.
Well, now you're doing a bit.
I am doing a bit.
I know you're doing a bit.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I was like, why are you rocking this bit? This is bit.
Yeah, it's just a bit.
How many times do I ever comment on anything you're wearing? I let you do whatever you want.
Yeah, you do. You do. Okay, so that's Kelly claps back.
That wasn't a good. It wasn't a claps back when it's just saying.
I was saying he why don't you say I cut through the wind like him, and then you say, oh, you cut wind. Not nice.
All right.
Not nice.
Well, you making fun of me almost falling and then repeating it through the rest of the walk. It's not nice either.
I went shirtless on my walk.
You did.
Yesterday to see if anybody was looking at me cutting through the wind.
And?
I told Kelly, I said, a lot of people just give me side eye.
Yeah, they're wondering who this guy is in our neighborhood with all your tags.
Yeah, probably. Okay, why don't we bring it home for Jerome, babe?
Okay.
With just a little game. People love lists.
And games.
And games. This is kind of a game, kind of a list. But I saw a meme, which I shared, and I thought it was fascinating.
You share some good ones.
Thank you. Well,
and then I share them from Alan, and then I get credit because people respond to me about it.
Some I can take credit for. Some I cannot because one of our very best customers, Amy Wilkerson, and I are meme sharing buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're telling where she gets them from.
I don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. So I think she did send me this one. And it's try saying these phrases without sounding sarcastic. So I'll read you a phrase and you tell me, first of all, do you say this? And if you ever do say this, do you say it sarcastically or do you just say it to say
Do you want me to just read it, or you want me
I'm
to
going to read them
repeat
to
it?
you. Yeah, repeat it when I say it. The first one is, that's great.
That's great.
That didn't sound sarcastic.
That's great. What do you want me to say it? How do you want me to say
I
it?
want you to say it how you would normally say it.
That's great.
Yeah, that sounds good. That doesn't sound sarcastic. I'd say that's great. Oh, that's great. Yeah, wonderful.
I say that's great. Like, I don't think I'm being
I
sarcastic.
use it sarcastically.
I don't think I do.
Okay. The second one, good for you.
Good for you.
That sounds nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, good for you.
That's not nice.
Right. The third one, have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun.
See, there's just a difference between us.
Number 4.
There's more?
Well, there's 10.
Oh,
Number 4, fascinating.
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 Why don't
What?
just keep going.
What?
Why don't we just read them after each other instead of you telling me and then me saying it and then
Oh.
you repeating it?
Okay. Number 5.
Thanks for that.
Thanks for that. You
Yeah,
sounded
we're- yeah,
sarcastic.
that's a sarcastic one.
Number 6.
I would never say this. Well done, you.
Well done, you. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that either. This is my favorite one.
Good luck with that.
I say this all the time. Good luck with that.
I think I say good luck with that, but not mean.
I say it mean.
You do.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
Like,
you're mean all the time.
yeah, say yeah, good. What? Good,
Um,
what did you say?
Nothing.
Number 8.
Sounds thrilling?
Yeah.
Sounds thrilling. Yeah, that would be sarcastic.
Sounds thrilling.
Yeah.
I would stretch out the thrilling.
Yeah.
Sounds thrilling.
Yeah, that would be sarcastic all the time.
Number 9.
Oh, what a shame.
What a shame.
No, I would say that.
What a shame.
You say, what a shame if you feel like somebody got it.
I don't
that they
use that.
deserve.
I don't use that sarcastically.
Oh, I say.
I would just say, oh gosh.
What a shame if somebody got something you know they deserve to get. What a shame.
I wouldn't say it that way. If somebody like passed or something, I'd be like, oh, what a shame. That's bad.
Unless they were just a horrible human being. Well, that's a shame.
I don't, well, as lewd and crude as I am, I don't like to
Wish death on anyone.
wish death on anybody, belittle the dead. That's not a big player with me. Even people I don't care for. I would never joke about that.
Good to know.
And then number 10,
Wow.
wow. I do that more like it's like surprise. I mean, it's wow. So like I'm like you learn something about somebody, you're like, wow,
Yeah.
I don't use that sarcastically. But then there's one
So
extra.
these are try saying these without sounding sarcastic. Okay.
Try saying them without sounding sarcastic.
I think I did a good job.
Well, here, I'll try. That's great. Good for you. Have fun. Fascinating.
We've already been down this list, honey.
Okay, and then number 11. This is one they say in the South all the time.
Walking hot.
No.
Oh, bless your heart. See, now that's gotten ruined because bless your heart didn't always mean F you, but in the right context, it can really mean bless your heart.
Bless your heart now means
F you.
no.
Yeah, it
it's
does.
more like you're really wheels off.
No.
My friend Valerie used to always say this to me. She'd be like, she'd say, bless your sweetheart.
It has morphed.
Because I was so wheels off. She
It
would
is
say,
morphed.
bless your sweetheart. She would tell me that all the time.
It's morphed.
Like I'd tell her about a date I just went on and how wheels off it was. And she'd say, bless your sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So anyway.
There are those.
There you go, babe.
That was a list.
You didn't like that bit? I like that.
It's okay.
Bit. Okay. Well, yeah.
I'm
Better than
saving
any of the
I'm
content
saving
you
it.
brought.
I told you. I'm going to save it.
All right, babe. Well, you got anything else? Anything
No.
at all?
No, I just want to go to bed.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Not feeling well?
No, and I have a feeling it's going to be another night where one side of my nose drains into the other all night.
Okay.
So I want to do that. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
We're done with this.
Okay. Well, we're not going to watch another Ink Master tonight? Too late?
I can watch one.
Okay, let's go watch an Ink Master. Kelly and I were in season 7.
Yeah.
We like this season. We like season 6.
This is the season of revenge.
We thought season 5 was the most ridiculous season ever.
6 or
No, 5. 6
5.
was the
Apprentice Master.
Apprentice Master, which was really great.
5 was awful.
5 was what was it?
They were rivals or something.
That was so stupid.
It was so bad.
It was so ridiculous. And then this year is or this season is
Revenge. Just for the people that didn't
veterans
win.
against the
they didn't win previous seasons.
Yeah.
It's good. It's going well.
Kelly loves this show. She loves it, I think, more than I do.
I like it a lot. I told Kelly she should watch it with us too. And Younger, people told me about Younger for years and years, and I never watched it because it was like on TV Land or something. I'm not even sure anymore. But then we got Paramount Plus, which is where we've been watching Ink Master. And I saw that one of the options was to watch Younger. And so I started binge watching it. And I was like, oh, I love this show so much. And by, I think, in just a couple of nights, we're going to have the series finale. So I kind of hate when a series ends. It's sad because, that's it. There's never another, the story's been told and that's done.
Yeah.
So that's happening. I'm not really happy about that, but that's happening this week. And then Gilmore Girls, we got tons of Gilmore Girls left to watch. And somebody told us the next thing that Alan and I need to watch after Ink Master, we can only binge one thing at a time with each other. I can binge with myself, with Emma, Kelly, and Alan, but Yellowstone is what we have to watch.
That's what afterwards.
I hear. It's also on Paramount. I don't know what that's. It's a country Western, I think. A Western, I think. I think Kevin Costner's in it, maybe.
Oh, is he?
I might be confusing something.
I like Westerns.
So anyway, we have a ways to go before we get through all of Ink Master.
All right, babe. Let's go watch an episode.
Okay.
Got anything else?
No. That's it.
Our Mexico trip is closed. Officially sold out.
The whole resort sold out now.
Whole resort sold out.
Yeah.
So look for, if you're not coming with us this year, come in 2022.
Yeah.
We'll probably do it again.
Oh, we will do it again.
Even bigger and better.
We will do it again.
If that's possible.
And I'm going to try, I need to get in touch with someone. I'm trying to arrange something a little, if you don't get in on this, there might be something you can get in on this fall.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any details yet.
You're not making any progress with that?
No, I'm going to send her, as soon as we end this podcast, I'm going to shoot her an email.
What project manager in our company do we have working on this?
Me.
Okay. All right.
But I've been under the weather and trying not to fall.
Okay.
I've been very busy.
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love them so much. We're going to podcast again in 2 days.
Yeah.
And in the immortal word and in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. A little tongue-tied there. I panicked. And then I panicked.
You're going to cry, laugh at this story. Danielle's good friend is a buddy in Charleston that did the ancestry testing. He found out he has a daughter in Texas. Not only do they mirror each other in resemblance as far as cheekbones and eyebrows, this girl completely emulates his 2 daughters in personality. We've cried and laughed about the story. So much information to download, but I think you should talk to her. Is that too much? No, it'd be great.
I'm confused. There you go, Andrew. Doggone it. There we go. Okay, guys, let me load this. Let me load this up. Hey, Dee Dee. I was wondering where you were. You said you wanted to do it. And I said, have I ever gypped the listener? Don't answer that. No, I think I said I have never gypped the listener, just to see what you would say. Have I ever gypped? Have I ever actually really gypped the listener? Podcast number 7.
I'm glad Jeff got in when he did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he almost fiddle farted around too long, didn't he? Almost did.
What do we call this podcast? What do we start off talking?
A sandwich and some cutting through the wind.
And some cut and wind?
Yeah, a sandwich and some cut and wind. Perfect. Perfect.
Well, we started off talking about what? The very first thing we talked about me being sick.
You falling to, we talked about falling quite a bit. Debatable. You said debatable. I'll debate you. I'll debate you on that. Master. I am a master. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Hey, Sarah Reed Spencer. Have you been here the whole time? Okay, guys. Well, we got to wrap up, finish up.
So after the falling, is that when we talked about the Kellie claps back? Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, working. Oh. Are you coming this weekend, Sarah? I think you said you were. I'll have to bring Hello Hand. Hello, Mel. Oh, good. Is the handsome, strapping Mr. Spencer coming? Angie, I'm not sure about sold out Saturday or not. I don't know what. We don't know how many tickets are sold. We're just showing up.
And Alan shares a meme about.
No, it's just a list.
Shares a list of phrases you'd have a hard time
saying without being sarcastic.
Without sounding
sarcastic, yeah. All right. That's great, Sarah.
What?
Sarah's husband's coming. I don't think we've met him. Okay. Just let us know. We'd like to see you, of course, Julie, there's not, honestly, there's not much parking out front at all. I mean, there's just a few spots out front. There's some on the side. There's a big parking lot in the back. That's one of Alan's restaurant rules, though. I never park behind a restaurant, but there you have to if it's going to be really crowded. It's in a shopping center, the Old Town Shopping Center. So there's parking everywhere, but like where the restaurant is, there's very little parking right out front. But you'll find parking. You might have to search for it, though. That's the only thing. It's a really congested area. Is that accurate?
Yeah, parking is not going to be, it's not going to be horrible, but you might have to park and walk a little bit because there are some big parking areas around. Adjacent.
Are we going to drive or what are we going to do? Uber?
It's fine with me.
We should probably Uber, right?
It's fine.
I'm not driving.
I don't plan on getting drunk.
Well, I didn't last time either.
But you did.
Saw what happened to me. I'm blaming Brenda Fink's husband.
You just have to learn to say no thank you to shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be okay, Sarah. I think the weather from here until the weekend is finally supposed to be clear, but you never know. This has been pretty crazy. No rain. Yeah, that's what I heard.
What band is playing?
I don't know. I know very little about this event. I don't know why I know very little, but I do know very little. Shanna, I don't think they carry sweet tea vodka at Oaked. You got wine, you got burr.
Well, they have tea and vodka, so you can make vodka.
Make your own. Yeah, they got vodka. They got all the liquors and stuff.
They might have Firefly. I don't know.
They can make you a ranch water. They can make you a margarita. You can order Kellie's drink. You can order my drink, which is an old fashioned. Kellie's is a martini. So we should get Firefly skinny though, Shannon. That's what we need to do. We need to get Mike on that. Yes? No?
Are we thinking for that not to be mentioned trip October?
I don't know, babe. Whatever works for you. I'm not sure. Bad influence Jim. That's right. That is right. Okay, peeps. Nice seeing you guys. We will see you the day after tomorrow. Real soon.
And I just sent a text about that trip that I can't share right now.
There you go. Have a good night. We're going to go watch Ink Master.